Alright, welcome back. So we've had our little reunion with George and Himino, but now we need to get back to our original team. But don't worry, we'll see George and Himino at the end of this update, because this particular update is going to have the revelation of the traitor for this floor. I wonder who that might be. Oh, and also I'll show off the traitor of the New Game Plus playthrough that I'm doing alongside this. So that's twice the judgment for one video. More bang for your buck.
Huh?
So apparently Agito must think that fortune tellers are just intoxicatingly sexy. Huh. To each his own, I guess. What the hell is under Agito's under that quiff of his? Does he have heterochromia like every other anime character ever, or what? Uh-huh. Yes, Toya, I think a guy called the End, who has blown up half of the world, kinda wants to destroy the world. I'm pretty sure he wants to. I'm pretty sure he really, really, really wants to. Oh my goodness.
You're right.
Not only does he miss shots with his gun, he's also missing the whole point of the mission. He's missing the whole backstory of the main antagonist. It's not great.
You're right.
I think I've been totally 100% on the ball considering I can see the future. So yeah, I don't feel bad about, like, getting rid of traitors. Because after this next mission, it's judgment time. No shit.
However,
It's almost like he's the main antagonist who doesn't like us very much, especially Sho. I don't think he likes Sho very much. Seriously. I'm almost tempted not to do these dialogue things considering everybody says the most obvious shit ever. With the exception of like their character missions, everybody just says the most obvious shit. I don't think the End likes us very much. I think the End is evil.
oh,
I think we're in a tower. See, that's a better
you're
question.
right.
We're buddies with everyone but Marco because nobody likes Marco. Is he the traitor? I don't know. I guess we'll just have to find out. Right after we go through the Cage of Despair. Give this game some credit. It has some pretty good names for its missions. Let's go with our dream team, currently. It's not the dream team for the New Game Plus run because George isn't here, but oh well. I guess it's better than nothing.
Let's go.
Okay, so the main mission is, it's not these little giant, like, circular things. You gotta kill these two giant robots, and that's it. That's how you win the mission. Fortunately, I managed to do this in about two or so turns. But I also really want to get rid of this thing, this generator thing, because wave core, because these things are bastards. I don't like them very much. They do bad stuff. Some can generate enemies, some can just shoot laser beams. And I didn't know where the back of this thing was, so Silent Slash does not do as much as I'd like it to.
This hurts. I'll tear him apart.
And also there's a bunch more on this map, so going around and just shooting these is kind of pointless. Just focus on the giant robots. There you go.
Let's get this show on the road.
And now it's time for Agito to do his thing.
Check this
Defer to Nagi. Because these robots are dicks. Also, she knows you can use Dark Void, and I really wanted to use that, but at the same time, I made the bad decision of actually using Silent Slash, because I thought I was behind the guy. So, maybe on the next update I'll be able to show off Dark Void. But fortunately, they missed Nagi, so that's good. And since I had information from New Game Plus, I realized Sojiro can give Sho the punishment ability. And this time I actually do manage to get a back shot.
Take this.
Yeah! So that's one down. Again, so long as you know which targets to focus on, these missions aren't really that hard. Not that hard to get some S ranks on these. Again, it's not that hard of a game to platinum. But here's where Nagi gets her ass handed to her a little bit. She doesn't die, but sometimes whenever Nagi doesn't dodge, she takes a lot of damage. That's kind of your issue with your rogue characters. They can dodge pretty well, but if they get hit hard.
Be careful.
But suck it, Premonition is the best. It's like a preemptive counter. And this is why these, like, generator things are awful. Because they can just shoot laser beams, like Soul Exchange. Also Brutality. Oh. It's okay, it does okay damage, but it just kind of eats up time. And doesn't do as much as you'd like it to do. Oh well. In this dimension, Zenji is not the traitor.
Well, I'll tear him apart.
I was trying to get like a mass heal move here to heal Nagi and everybody else. But I restrained myself and I just decided, okay, how about I just kill the robot as quickly as possible? I wanted to risk it on Phase Blade. And it didn't pay off. Oh well. Yeah, so Akito also gets an ass beating sometimes.
This looks bad.
I'm not sure why I focused on these two after... at this point, I didn't really know both the robots were the main targets. I just figured killing everybody. But then I realized, both giant robots. Probably should focus more on this. Doesn't matter, this turn kind of ends it. Does Toya actually get to shoot something properly this time? Yeah, he does. Yeah, when he hits, he hits. And there you go, mission complete. Because Toya did a good thing. Good on Toya. Good on Toya. S rank. Not bad. And that's a pretty decent chunk of experience. That's not a bad map to grind on, since, you know, you just gotta kill the two robots.
You guys are starting to piss me off. What the heck's
I
going on?
prefer to be in the middle.
Wonder if we're gonna find out who the traitor is now.
Hey,
So Mana suspects Marco, but I don't know. I don't know who the traitor is. It could be anyone, Mana, even you.
Now then.
Miss, I wouldn't sell you out if you were the traitor.
Indeed.
That sounds like something a traitor would say. Not looking good for Mr. Barbado. Not great. Not great. Oh, it's judgment time, but first let's have a little chit-chat. With the cool kids like Zenji. I think we've already had these conversations before. And Zenji, of course, says, oh, who the fuck cares what the end's goal is? Just shoot him in the face. Who cares? I do kind of like Zenji's straightforward attitude. Who cares what the bigger picture is? Just deal with the asshole in front of us. He's pretty blunt, but he makes a good point occasionally. I'm pretty sure we've had this conversation before, but...
No.
Yeah, we definitely had this conversation before, because Mana does... If it's not cute, Mana will destroy it. Why does she dislike not cute things? Like, I like cute things too, but like, I like stuff that's not all the stuff I like is cute.
Yes.
Some of it just looks cool. There's different adjectives that you can enjoy. I think Sho's already talked to the end, and he's already kind of said, I'm gonna shoot you in the face. That was how that negotiation went last time. Alright, time for a quick little gift setup. There we go. Judgment time! We're all going to the Judgment Hall. Wonder who the traitor is gonna be. This room always has to play the most depressing and oppressive music, doesn't it? Could it not like play a little elevator theme? Do 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 do. Ba ba da 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 da.
No sense wasting time if we know what we must do. Well then.
Everybody's just so over. It's like, okay, fine, fuck it. Somebody's gotta die. Let's just move on.
The one I want to kill is the end. How much more of this horse shit we gotta do?
Until we get to the top, I guess,
I can't
Zenji.
take this anymore. Having to kill comrades with our own hands. This is too cruel.
I don't want to kill my comrades anymore.
It's a dog-eat-dog world. I can't help it, but it doesn't mean I gotta like it.
Let's think about this a second. The end has to have some motive behind all this, right? Though maybe thinking about that won't do us any good.
Probably
I
not.
think we'd all rather just not be the one chosen.
I mean, it doesn't change the fact if we know it.
Let's get this started then.
Somebody's gonna
No
die.
feelings, mates.
Or get
I
erased,
won't
I'm
make
sorry.
any excuses to those who are killed, nor will I hold any resentment if I am killed. It's a sacrifice that must be made for us to proceed, after all.
There's no way around it. Very well. Let's go.
Alright. Who's the traitor this time? I wonder who it might be. I think it is... It's Marco. Yeah. It's Marco, everybody. For once. I kind of consider this a little bit of a lucky draw. That's a little mean to say, but I consider it lucky considering I never use Marco. Oh no, but he had telekinesis and shit. Oh, who cares? Fuck him. Yeah. Bye-bye, Marco.
No way. Me? Why does it have to be me? You can't be serious about this.
Because at this point, you think he's innocent.
It's not like I was gonna interfere with your plans. And still, you just erased me. Just like that. So ruthless.
You think you kind of fucked up.
Yeah, it's true. I'm your
But then
guy.
again, he says this.
I didn't ever plan on harming any of you. I swear.
You sided with the end.
And this is how it ends. Well, I don't care anymore. Screw all this. Whatever you're trying to protect, to hell with it. And to hell with my plans too.
Oh, okay.
Everything needs to just crumble and die and disappear for good.
That's a good little attitude to have for losing. Oh well, bye Marco. Nobody liked you anyway. Have fun with the laser. Yeah. Alright, who wants his materia? I think Sho actually gets some of Marco's material. Yeah, nobody liked Marco. And nothing of value was lost.
We have another victim.
This is really shitty. Hey, no hard feelings in the afterlife. I promise, I'm gonna kill the end.
Even though Marco threw a huge hissy
This is
fit.
so disheartening. There's no way I'd ever get used to something like
Eh.
this. The day that I do is the day I die as a human
To
being.
be fair, it was just Marco.
Come on, how many more times do we have to keep doing this? There won't be any of us left alive when we reach the top. Is that his
That would be a pretty fucked up plan.
We will save this world. I know it won't atone for what we've done, but it's the only thing we can do. All we can do is move forward.
This isn't just a numbers game. It won't be long before fatigue sets in. I simply have no way of healing our mental states. I can't treat exhaustion.
Well then what good are you, Sojiro? One of you... Well, wait. Yoko can heal sanity. Right, alright. Never mind.
I think I've had enough of these twisted games. It'd be great if this would be the end of it. But that's for the end to decide.
You can't really use the word the end whenever there's a character who's literally called the end. It just makes conversation silly.
Life as a soldier means constantly walking beside death. I'm not saying I'm used to comrades dying, but I was prepared for
Also, fuck
I
Marco.
never imagined that it would be this painful to kill my own comrade.
It was Marco. Nobody really
What will remain
cared.
of us once we've saved the world.
Let's go.
Mourning and regret.
Why does
won't solve
everybody
any
have
of
such
this.
pity for the
is
traitors?
keep
They
moving
were
forward.
siding with the end! They were siding with the end! A guy who nuked half the world! And who wants to nuke the rest of it! Am I wrong? Am I on a team of, like, people who are, like, death sympathizers? Like, am I just on a team of... Oh my god. Come on! They're trying to nuke the world! Also, it's time for a shit ton of character side quests on the next update. But first, let's chat up our party members. Everybody gets a side quest.
No.
Everybody, since we're all buddies with everybody except Marco, everybody gets a cool side quest. So that's gonna make it extra awkward when the next traitor shows himself, because that will change dialogue. If you've done a side quest for a character, and then it turns out they're the traitor. That does change their dialogue a bit.
Seriously?
So we get to hang out with Agito. Yeah! Go with the flow. What's Yoko's?
Show! Yes.
And?
Yes.
You think it's because you're telepathy, not because you said it was your telepathy before. Why don't you just use telepathy to help with your singing? That should, like, amplify it, right? No? Whatever.
So you see, I know.
Songs can't be telepathy. You know what? I don't think songs are gonna beat telepathy. Like, songs can be powerful things that touch the heart, but telepathy can mess with the head, which also messes with the heart. So, what I'm saying is Charles Xavier could be possibly the greatest pop idol ever. If he just messed with everyone's minds.
Huh?
Hey, it's Zenji. Everybody likes Zenji. That I did. Zenji's gotta have some talents. I mean, look at you, dude. You're pretty ripped. I mean, you gotta be pretty talented at something. Your talent is that you copy other people. Do you know how useful the mime job was in Final Fantasy? It's pretty cool. You're like Bartz. Everybody likes Bartz. Because he had Boko the Chocobo. I like the name of Zenji's side quest. It's pretty good. Liquid Soul. That's pretty good. That's not bad. That's not bad. So now let's talk to Sojiro, who may or may not be a huge murderer. Time to hear that story properly. Because apparently it doesn't matter if you said the story correct, if you did the responses correctly.
Now then.
As long as you get to a certain, like, as long as your characters have a high enough opinion of you and you get to, like, the 4th floor, all their side quests open up. Some of them might open up earlier, but it's a definite shoo-in for the 4th floor.
Yeah.
Indeed.
There might be a murderer loose, and that murderer might be me. Yeah, that would be kind of a good thing to know if you were the murderer or not, if you're gonna be on our team. So, Sojiro is a fucking murderer. That's not great. He's a doctor who kills people. Whether I'm a traitor or not is a separate... What? I guess, yeah, but at the same time, you kill people! And not with the laser thing that erases people. No, you kill them with a knife. That's like worse. What? That's not like worse, that is worse. You stab people. See, when we erase people, we have Creed and Sin. That's another one. That's another pretty good title. See, when we agree to erase people, it's a group effort. It's like a unanimously decided diplomatic thing.
Yeah.
With you stabbing people, the other people don't get. The other victim does not get a choice here. Let's hang out with Nagi. Nagi's cool. Nagi didn't murder people.
You're right.
Yeah.
People generally don't consider themselves odd, generally.
And?
No.
I'm scared of being odd. Let's see some combat, Nagi. If you're scared, let's do the thing you're comfortable with. Your own self. Is that a clever little nod to Persona? Because Nagi's voiced by Aaron Fitzgerald, who did Persona. Is that a cute little nod? Atlas snuck that one in, I bet. But we already did Mana's side quest, but hey, if you go ahead and talk to Mana a few more times,
Who, me?
she might want to open up to you a little bit more. I think what? It doesn't matter if they're an axe-wielding psycho, as long as they're cute, I'm good with them. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure I agree with your mindset there, Mana. Oh, that sounds explicit. That sounds even more explicit now that you say it like that. Yeah, I like how Sho's like, whoa, 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 whoa. That's, Mana's willing to excuse so much just because something's cute, and I guess she thinks Sho is cute now? There you go. See, Sho doesn't like women with low self-confidence. They gotta like themselves. That's a good mentality to have.
Really?
If you want people to like you, you gotta like yourself. If you believe cute things are precious, why don't you think you're cute? Why else would you try to look cute if you don't think you're cute? These are the hard-hitting questions. To be or not to be cute, that is your life's question.
Yeah. No.
Uh-huh.
But we're not quite done talking to Mana just yet. See, just like Persona 4, getting to a high enough social link or camaraderie with our characters
Care to come along, Sho?
unlocks voice acting.
I'm delighted. Thanks, mate.
So yay, there's a little incentive to do more camaraderie missions.
You know, I've been thinking a lot since we last chatted, Sho. About how I can get myself to believe I'm important or cute. It took a while, but I reached a conclusion. I'm thinking of saving the world, with my own hands for sure. I can't start thinking that I'm cute straight away, nor can I stop my ways so abruptly. It's probably something that'll take my whole life. There's no point if I think on it constantly.
Well, baby steps.
Therefore, in order to continue living, I need the world to stay alive.
So that's why you'll save the world, huh?
To ensure
There's
cuteness.
nothing wrong with that. I think it's a great reason.
It's not bad. Pretty good
I was
reason.
hoping you'd say that. But you know, it's probably difficult to achieve by myself.
You're not by yourself.
So, Sho, please help me. Help me save the world.
Yeah.
Will you promise me that?
But of course, we're allies after all.
I meant it in a relationship other than simple comrades.
Ooh.
But that's just how you are. I'll tell you proper like if you stick with me to the end. And for that, Sho, I'll be depending on you to see this through.
Is Mana now our waifu?
Of course. We'll be together until the end, Mana.
Mana is now your girlfriend. Alright, so now we get the golden camaraderie bonus. So, if Mana was the traitor, spoiler alert, Mana is not the traitor, ever. She's gonna be with us till the end. I can say that much.
Hey.
If Mana was the traitor, however, she'd have a bit of a different dialogue if she got erased. But don't you worry. Here on, we're gonna get really close to the rest of our comrades.
Uh-huh.
And one of those people is gonna be a traitor, and it's not gonna be great. Because we'll have gone through some shit with them. But that won't happen until the next update, when we do all the side quests with all our teammates. And then it'll just be doing the main story missions from there on.
No.
So now Toya wants to help do a mission too. So we got a bunch of side missions to do for the next update. But we're not done yet there. Not just yet. Side by side. Because now, I think it's about time that we visit our other team in the other dimension. Hey, there's George and Himino. First, before we do more side quests with these guys and learn what George and Himino's side quests are, it's time to get rid of a traitor. but from the alternate dimension. Is it gonna be Marco again? Who knows? Let's find out.
This place again.
I was thinking it was about that time.
Himino was kind of expecting
I
it.
can't take this anymore. Having to kill comrades with our own hands. This is too cruel.
I don't want to kill my
Says the
comrades
guy
anymore.
who takes it really badly if he
Well, it's a
loses.
dark world. I can't help it, but doesn't mean I gotta like it.
Let's think
What does
about this
George
a
have to say about
second.
this?
The
I'm
end has to have
curious.
some motive behind all this, right? Though maybe thinking about that.
Everybody else says the same thing. But what does George say?
Just not be the one chosen.
Curse you, the end! Once I get to where you are, I shall smite you with my justice! For I am justice!
Yeah!
Let's get this started then. No hard feelings, mates.
Oh, I love
I
George
won't
so
make any
much.
Excuses to those who are
I'll
killed.
smite you with
Nor will I hold
myself.
Any resentment if I am killed.
I'll
It's a
smite you with my
sacrifice that must be
justice,
made for us
for
to
I
pursue
am
that.
justice. So he's gonna smite the end with himself?
Very well. Let's go.
Ah. It's lines like that that make me love George even more. So who's the traitor for this floor? It's Yoko! Getting rid of another character I don't use. As long as it's not George. As long as George is never the traitor, I'll be content. George, don't leave me again. I need you in my life. Bye-bye, Yoko.
Am I being
She does not
released?
take it very well.
I see. Deceiving everyone was impossible after all. Sorry, everyone. I've been lying to you all. I knew this day would eventually come, but now that it's here, I didn't think I'd be this frustrated. Ugh, I really, really wanted to sing.
Well, you're gonna sing pretty loud whenever the laser hits you. Oh, that was in poor taste. I'm sorry. Not really, though. I don't use you on my team. Bye, Yoko. And there she goes. So who gets her materia? I'm pretty sure Sho can use some of that too. And I think Agito might be able to benefit from that a little bit. Why couldn't it have been Marco?
We have another victim.
Let's go. We don't have any time to
Eh,
mourn.
who
We have to
cares?
step
It was
over
just
those who've been
Yoko.
sacrificed and continue to move forward.
We're making these sacrifices to save the world, but is it really the right thing to do? They all would have wanted to live in the saved world too, right?
They were trying to bomb that world.
This is so disheartening.
I don't know if they
There's
wanted to
nowhere
live in
ever
the
to
world they're
use
trying to
something like
bomb.
this. The day that I do is the day I die as a human
What does
being.
George say?
No! This frustration, this anger! I won't be satisfied until I can direct all of it toward the end!
Ah, gotta love
How many
George.
more times we have to keep doing this?
Gotta love
Won't be
him.
any of us left alive when we reach the
I
top.
love George. He's so great.
I think I've had enough of these twisted games. It'd be great if this would be the end of it. But that's for the end to decide, I
Best
guess.
anime interpretations of
It's already
Americans.
playing out in our
Sole
favor.
bad guy, Terry Bogard,
Life
George
is a soldier
Jackman.
who's constantly walking beside death.
Pretty
I'm not
good.
saying I'm used to comrades dying, but I was prepared for it. I never imagined that it would be this painful to kill my own comrade. What will remain of us once we've saved the world?
Let's go. Mourning and regretting won't solve anything for us. All we can do is keep moving forward.
Alright, so now let's go ahead and chat up George and Himino. And we might get a little visit from our MacGuffin child. But what's George gotta say? Sho is a dick to George. I don't know why.
No.
Sho, why is George the one guy that you do not like hanging out with? Look at him. Look how cool George is.
But...
Because we're comrades. Comrades for the sake of justice. Oh, George, no.
Huh?
I'd never leave you, George. You're the coolest.
Oh.
Oi, mate! Mate!
But...
In anime, characters like spew out English. George is spitting out Japanish. He's just spitting out random Japanese phrases that he's heard on animes.
Yes.
George watched Super Sentai in like the original Japanese and is just like freaking quoting them word for word. I'm pretty sure that was an Eiffel 65 song. Move your body, everybody. Arigato, Sho. Zen of justice. Yeah. Hello, MacGuffin child.
You finally showed up, huh? I have a ton of things I want to
Yes.
ask, and
I need to barrage the small child for answers.
To glare at me. I've already explained that I'm not your
I
enemy.
have no nose. What
Let's
more
see.
can you take from me?
Why don't we talk about the world a bit more today? The world you all know and live in rests on an extremely precarious balance. It is so delicate that if even a single major phenomenon were to occur, the entire world could collapse with ease.
Like, you know, half of it being bombed.
The world continues to exist. That is because there is a deterrent that maintains this balance and prevents the fall.
I don't know, the world seems
The
kind of
deterrent
fucked
takes
right
the
now.
shape of 12 stones which continue to protect the world. The fate materia, presiding over fate itself.
Oh, so those are important.
Materia?
These materia are imbued with the ability to make adjustments to any factor which might disrupt the world's equilibrium. If some rebellious person threatens to destroy the world, for instance, the material will suppress it, all unseen by normal
You know, just saying as a for instance.
Instead, if the world were to stagnate, the materia will lend power to someone worthy who could usher in a new revolution.
Like a guy who's trying to bomb half of the
This force that
world.
guides the world behind the scenes is something you might recognize as fate.
And these fate materia did all that in order to protect the world.
Correct. They are a force which can do wonders, and they've always protected the world.
But that doesn't make any sense. If the fate materia are supposedly deterrents that protect the world, why aren't their powers being used?
I think they are, Sho.
The world is on the verge of destruction right now because of the end.
That's a logical question.
But you're stupid because it has a very easy answer.
One might say the materia are functioning properly, and yet
Stop
not.
talking in riddles, small child.
This isn't the time to be cryptic.
The 12 stones, which used to be known as the fate materia, do not exist any longer within the world. The stones have changed their appearance and become will. 10 years ago, mankind got its hands on the fate materia, and it was decided the stones should be implanted. They were implanted inside human children.
Oh my goodness.
The ones who received the materia also received their grace. They received a special power beyond ordinary men.
No. This can't...
No shit, Sho. Did you just get here?
I'm speaking about each of you.
He already said
You
last time they
allies
made you
received
super soldiers.
And now you are
More or
vessels for
less.
miracles.
The world's deterrents reside in our bodies? But why? Why would they do
To
such a
save
thing?
the world because it's
I
cool.
believe I've already answered that question. They implanted the stones in you to save the
You
world.
really need to pay attention.
In time, you will come to learn the fate you are burdened with, as well as the origin of your sins.
Whoa, back up to that last part.
Wait, I still have another question that I...
Origin of our
Stop.
sins.
12th fate materia. I'm sure that's what he said, but there are only 11
Huh,
of us.
I wonder who has the 12th one.
Still too much I don't know. Just what's going on here?
We came in with 11 people. And the end's in this tower. Huh. I wonder who has the 12th fate materia. Yeah, I forgot about Himino for some reason. Maybe it was... Maybe I have 2. Maybe Sho has 2 fate materia. So Himino has not been wanting to talk to us for a bit. That's her whole shtick. She just wants everything. She doesn't like the world. Which is kind of ironic, given that this is our fucking job. We're trying to save the rest of the world. What the I don't want to think of it as important. Half of it's been bombed. I think it's a little important to save what's left of it. No? I don't think apathy is a good, like, thing to put on your resume to becoming a super soldier. So what's Himino's side quest called? Wildfire. Not bad. That one's pretty cool. And time for another chat with MacGuffin Child.
I had a feeling it was about time.
How about that Origin of Sins thing? Want to explain that?
Care to talk about what happened 10 years ago? Back then, an astronomer observed a gigantic meteor in the heavens on a collision course with the Earth. Further analysis concluded the meteor would strike the planet in 10 years.
Wait a second. If that discovery was made 10 years ago, then...
That's correct. The impact will occur shortly. And it will be of such magnitude that the world will...
So not only do we have to stop the end, but also
That can't be true.
do Armageddon
Never even
shit.
heard of such an
Nice.
Even if that fact was kept hidden, it would have come to light.
No shit. It's like, oh, that meteor in the sky? Ah, nothing. That's just,
Do not worry.
That's just,
Nothing was
like,
kept
trick
hidden.
lighting.
After all, the meteor isn't going to collide with your...
Oh.
Did I just hear you correctly? You just said...
You've established a close bond with your allies, have you not? Then you should have come to a realization by now. There isn't just one world out there.
See, it's going for the Undertale thing.
And a world
Where, like,
with no
multiple
choice but to wait
saves
for
and
its
load states and
Fate is cruel.
New Game Plus runs are all canon. And
mankind
there's somebody who kind of knows a little bit about them.
What are you talking about? What
You're
you've been
somewhat
saying makes no
aware
sense.
of the previous, like,
Mankind
timelines.
has no means of resisting such destruction. Even the fate materia are powerless to counter this.
I mean, you need
The future was
Aerosmith
decided long before the
and
meteor
guys who
would fall.
work on a drilling plant for
Mankind
some
could not
reason to
stay calm
tackle
and
on a
despair for
meteor.
10 years. They would not accept this fate. And so they fought back until they found their ray of hope. Their one salvation against fate, a light in the darkness. And from that light, a new planet was born, identical to the doomed world except for one fact. It was not destined for destruction. This was mankind's choice.
Another world? You're saying that they created another planet? That's utterly ridiculous.
Is it, though?
The idea may be an absurd one, but they drew upon the fate materia.
You
and its
literally can
miraculous
see into the
power to protect
future.
the world.
We have a guy who
And they
can
also
manipulate
drew on the core
magnets.
materia, with its power to negate the fate
Is there really
materia's
anything
influence
ridiculous at this
in
point?
order to turn this possibility into reality. Together, they helped save the world. The 12 fate materia were implanted within 12 people who could bear their power. And the core materia was forged into a stake to connect the worlds, yet sever one from the other. You are all too familiar with this stake. You can sense the core materia's power around you, even now.
Even now?
The core materia was reformed into the Tower of Destiny. It is known to you all as...
The plot thickens. Show's taken a little back by
established a
that.
bond with everyone, and in doing so, you may yet be able
So
to
this is
trigger
obviously a New
miracle.
Game Plus thing that I've done
There was a
after I've
man with
established a
sad
bond
fate
with all my
who
characters.
was denied the very right to exist.
That's how you get the true ending.
Please save him. Please endure his grudge and understand that it's because he was not allowed to live. All I have left is to wish for you to see that. I'm glad we had our chance to
I
speak.
think this is the last time we talk with
Wait,
MacGuffin
we're not done
Child.
talking yet.
Maybe.
I must go now. I must wait for that moment when death and despair call for me. Do you think we might meet again?
Anyway.
One day?
See you, fucker.
Wait! He's left once again, huh? What am I supposed
He said
to
a
do
bunch
now?
of really weird shit, didn't he, Show? Okay, well, on the next episode, we'll do character side quests. Until then, thanks for watching.